Hello, thank you for choosing this video. Before you get into the video you clicked on, I wanted to give you an option to turn this into a pick a read if you so choose. To do that, simply look at the rocks here in front of you, center on whatever one it is. You might want to pause the video at this point and just take a minute to center and see what one draws your attention. Another way to use this as a pick a read is to get a six-sided dice. The way I do it is I roll it two times. The first time is it odd or even. So this time it's even. So if it's even, I do it times 2. If it's odd, I do it times 1. So it's times 2. I roll it again. I got a 5. 5 times 2 is 10. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And this is the one I would choose. Just that way, if you would like the option, you have an option to turn this into a pick a read. Now I'm going to go through and show you what's behind each stone in case you did use it as a pick a read. For the hematite, the rainbow hematite I should say, that's Aquarius. For the jade, it is, elusively, that's Aries. For the tourmaline, it is Capricorn. Which I'll try to move that so you can see the word Capricorn. For this pale green stone, which I think is from Africa, I forget the name of it. Again, I still haven't gotten it. That one is Pisces. That's cool. For the tiger's eye egg here, that one is Virgo. For the amethyst, the answer for that one is Scorpio. Let's put that down like that. Hopefully you can see that. For the hematite heart, that one is Cancer. For the rainbow titanium quartz, flip over, that one is Gemini. For the clear quartz crystal, we are doing Taurus. For the citrine, the yellow citrine there, I don't know if you can see that, there you go. We're going to do Leo. For the lapis lazuli, Libra. And for the last one, the rainbow quartz, no, rose quartz, excuse me, Sagittarius. So thank you for watching. Go ahead and go to the video you chose or continue watching this one. I'm thankful for you being here either way. Thanks again. Have a good day. Hello Libra. Thank you very much for tuning into your love read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan. For supportive oracle cards, I'm using Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. Already shuffled. Relationship first, single second. Oracle cards come out where needed. This is Libra. Yes. Or whoever chose this. You know, if you're not Libra. These are shuffled too. Okay. Okay. I like how this ends. How's that? It's already starting off rough for Libra, or if you're on this side. And I know sometimes people leave a comment that it flipped, which is cool that you're able to see it from the other side. That's cool. So if it did flip, and the side I'm reading for Libra is actually for your partner, that's cool. I know sometimes that happens. This is what I'm looking at. It's the shadow side is what they put it on this deck as. It's the devil card in most decks. Something went wrong. I'm getting like being found out, being caught. But it's also like there's the shining light of hope in the background. You see that shining light of hope in the background? Now, I feel like you're going through a situation with your partner where something is making you very, very nervous. Very, very nervous. I feel like what I'm also seeing is the Hierophant, which is the High Priest actually in this deck, in your challenge position. And it's telling me that you're trying to keep something together. You're literally are trying to do what you believe is right. So while your intentions are good, I actually, when I'm seeing that shadow side, I actually feel like it's doubling back on you. And you're like, oh boy, this is going to come apart. This is going to come back. This is going to double back on me. And it's almost at this point what I'm feeling is you're noticing it coming. You're like, oh, okay. At this point, you're looking at it with the Five of Swords like, all right, it's almost like no matter what way it goes, there's going to be some, you're going to have to pay. You're going to have to pay soon. One way or another, there's going to be some repercussions for something you chose to do. You had the best of intentions, but something's doubling back on you, and you're seeing it coming, and you're just like, at this point, I feel like, do I own up to it and hope for the best, or do I just try to ignore it and hope for the best? Like, which is going to serve me better? And it's almost like, well, if I call it out, I might be calling out something that they're not really seeing, and it might make things worse than I need to. On the other hand, if I don't call it out, they're going to figure out something, and that might actually blow up in my face a lot worse, because then I have to deal with that. And that might really double back on me, and it could have worse repercussions. It's kind of like, I don't know which is, I don't know which way I should go. Now, to turn this situation around, I feel like what you first need to realize is your partner seems to already be, they're picking it up. They already know a lot. Do they know everything going on? No. But they're starting to pick up the clues, and I actually feel like the more you hold it back, the deeper they're going to look. They're just going to keep digging and digging and digging. They're not going to come forward to you until they've hit like a dead end. And I'm like, if I'm looking at this Eight of Pentacles, it's like you see that person inspecting the first pentacle. There's 7 more on the wall. How far are they going to go? It looks like they're going to go the whole way before they bring it forward to you. So they're going to figure the whole I feel like they're really digging deep. And they're just really digging deep. They're just starting to scratch the surface right now. But as long as they keep finding things, they're just going to keep digging deeper and digging deeper until they can't find anything else. The Hanged Man is in their challenge position. And I feel like the deeper they dig, the more they find out, the less they tell you. It just feels like they're blocking themselves into an opinion about what's going on. They're not liking things. They're not really happy. This is the challenge card, like, and it's almost like they're seeing how deep this gets. Like, to them, it's like it's like it's blown up in their mind a little bit too much. I feel like it's a bit exaggerated, which is where I'm really starting to really first feel that you need to bring it forward. You need to call it out, because what really is going on versus what they're blowing up in their mind is not the same, and it's like it's not good. It's like almost like a circus compared to like a dog doing flips. Like a dog doing flips is what's actually happening, but they're blowing it up to a circus in their mind, like the dog and pony show. You know what I'm saying? So I'm feeling like this stagnant feel with the challenge card. Like, they're feeling like they can't do anything about it too, because you know that's the Hanged Man being stuck, not moving, and they're feeling like it's not a very empowering moment. I really feel if you bring things forward, what makes things better for you, it is, in this deck it's the Karma card. Karma, if you can see it. In most decks it's Judgment, from what I remember. I believe that's Judgment. But you notice this card right next to it is Abundance. I feel like if you bring this forward and you put it all out on the table, you're just like, here's everything I got. You're putting your whole poker hand, everything, you're putting it right out there. You're putting all of it right out there. Just kind of like, all right, this is an issue. We got to deal with it, and I know you're figuring it out. I mean, I don't know if you want to say that, but you just like, this has been going on. This has been bothering me. I want to bring this forward. I want to tell you what's been going on. Put the whole poker hand out there, because if you try to hold things back, I just feel like that's really going to snap you in the butt. It's not going to be fun. You're not going to like it. Put it all out there. I literally feel like you want to put it all out there. That way nothing can double back on you again. Because I just feel like that could get really messy if you hold anything back. Put the whole poker hand out there. You get abundance from that, though. It's uncomfortable. I'm not saying that's going to be a fun moment. But it will breed abundance after it. There will be stress from that. You got the Nine of Swords. Like, you're not feeling good about it. You're not enjoying it. Like, showing your whole poker hand, putting yourself right out there, it's very uncomfortable. It is very uncomfortable. I'm not going to pretend like it's not. But I'm noticing when you do that, you put yourself right out there, it impresses your partner. this is where I feel that karma card really speaks to your favor. Because assuming this goes well, nothing's guaranteed. They get the Ace of Swords. You show them your poker hand. And I feel like they kind of sit on the information for a while. And I feel like that's why you're going to have the Nine of Swords. Kind of like, oh boy, I said all that, and now they're not really telling me anything. I'm not really getting much of a response. I don't know what they're thinking. That's the problem. You don't know what they're thinking. And that's really like, oh my goodness. They get the Ace of Swords coming in. This is what makes things better. When they're ready on their terms, they'll come forward and they'll talk about the whole situation, the ins and outs of it. I feel like when I'm feeling this Ace of Swords, it does have a positive energy. I feel them coming back towards you like, I understand why you did this. I understand why you did that. Agreeing with it may be a little bit more dicey. Understanding your motive and that you came from a good place, I feel like they'll do that. So that's going to your favor. And I see them also with the Empress card and the acceptance, like, all right, they're accepting the situation for what it is. They're seeing it for what it really is. They're seeing the dog doing backflips. It's not this whole circus they thought it was. It's taking it down a lot. That's helping them with the acceptance. It's making them feel a lot better with the Empress card here. The Empress is an energy that takes care of themselves and the people they love, and you're the person they love. They love you. So they're kind of like, all right, this isn't that bad. They seem to really be desensitizing themselves to the whole situation. It seems to take a lot of the air out of the balloon, if you will. Just kind of, it's deflating the whole situation. It is deflating it, and it feels a lot better. Now, they are going to hold their ground about what they think and what they feel about the situation, and they're probably going to tell you that. But I don't feel it coming forward in a brutal way. I feel like it's just kind of like, let's talk it out. What you did and why, I understand, but this is what I really think it should have happened, and they're going to stand their ground on that. They're also, with the Four of Wands with you, they don't expect you to do things the way they want things done. But they do expect that the two of you are on the same page, long-term goals, caring about each other, looking out for each other's welfare, things like that. So they're very bonded with you in that sense. So even if you do things differently, I feel like what they're looking for is they want better communication on certain things. And they're coming forward like, this can be better, this can go better. I understand you do things your way, but I think better communication would work out for both of us. We are on the same team. We are moving forward together. We're looking out for each other. I'm getting a lot of that energy coming from them. You're cool with that. With that? Where did that come from? With that? I don't know. I'm having a lot of fun with my verbalization lately. You're cool with that. You got the star card here. Like, you could work with this. I feel like this ends quite well. It's all hinging on you just kind of bringing it forward, putting your whole poker hand out there, putting it all out there. This literally goes very, very well for you in the end. I feel like when this finally gets to that point where they're like, we're on the same team, we're looking out for each other, we're moving forward together, we need to communicate better on certain situations. You're cool with it. You're like, yeah, yep. All green lights for me. I feel like this, whatever, especially this personal situation, whatever this is, but other things seems to go a lot easier because you're like, all right, I can do this. I can work with this. It's kind of making you feel better. It kind of makes you feel like your partner was already your ally anyway, but you feel more kind of like they're going to hear you out more, or like you can like move situations more to your advantage, and like you're both on the same team, and you feel like it kind of strengthens the bond. I like how it feels, but I'm not really able to explain it that well. But I feel like there's like nothing really dramatic is happening, but it's kind of like you're both kind of seeing more eye to eye, and you're kind of like bringing up subjects, and you're feeling more comfortable bringing up certain things. I almost feel like it's I almost feel like you gotten to the point where, for example, so whoever your partner is, say they have siblings or a parent or an aunt, somebody in their family that you have a hard time dealing with. And a lot of times you just kind of fluff it off and you don't say it to them that that's how you feel, that you don't like that person for whatever reason. But this is kind of the upgrade to where you're like, Aunt Flo and her comments, I don't really like that. I really don't care for her. I don't like to talk to her or be around her. I know she's your family, but like if I can avoid her, I will. I'm not looking to cause any problems for Aunt Flo, but if I can avoid her, I will. I honestly don't like her. And I feel like your partner would be like, I understand that she can be a little bit difficult. And I almost feel like they'll be like, all right, I'll try to step in and try to keep Aunt Flo away from you, knowing that you don't care for her. I mean, sometimes she's going to be around. We can't really get around it. But knowing that and understanding how you feel, I understand you're not looking to make her life bad, but that you like to stay away from her. I'll do my best to help you out with that. And it's almost like you wouldn't have brought that up before, and now after this, you're like, you feel more comfortable bringing that up because your partner understands, like, you're not looking to make anybody's life difficult. There's certain people you just don't want to be around because they have little comments that you don't care for and stuff like that. And it seems like that's the upgrade to this situation. Like things you wouldn't have brought up before, now you're starting to bring up more. You're feeling more comfortable. That's the strengthening bond I'm feeling. And I think we're good. All right, now we want to go into Libra singles. I like how that one worked out. I felt like that one was pretty good. Although in this series, I think most of them, I don't really remember one of them really going kafunky. But, you know, me and my memory. And we are still recording, right? I'm saying that and I'm like, it is recording, right? All right, so what do we have for single Libras? What do we have for single Libras? Single Libras. The truth. The truth for Libras. Whoever's watching, you know, if you chose this based on the other things. Single. Let's shuffle these two. There seems to be a lot of the readings in this section. Like there's like this very positive energy, but the ending of it seems to happen with like, the endings of these are just kind of making you question, like, is this going to happen or is this not going to happen? But it's got a good base to it. So we'll go into yours here a little deeper. 1, 2. I want the bottom one? I think I do. What do we have? Focus! Focus at the bottom. Okay, yeah. Go ahead, camera. Focus on the focus. Okay. I like the energy here. It feels like there's a really, really good potential for those who chose this one. I feel like somebody is getting caught up in your physical beauty, which is very ironic because it's almost like you're very physically appealing to them, but the deeper part of you, your actual personality, has just as much, if not more, value to them, but I don't feel them really discovering it yet. Now, I'm seeing the Ten of Pentacles in the past, which is a positive card, but it feels kind of like looking at somebody's assets. If you write them all out on a page, it feels like that. Like they have a good car, they have a good job, they have a good house, they have a good family. You know, they take care of their responsibilities. You know, they have a camp they go to in the summer. Like, I feel like somebody's looking at you like that, and like they're a very beautiful person, easy to get along with. I feel like somebody is looking at you like that. And like everything's a check, everything's a check, everything's a check. But I feel like it feels like there's a lot of good reasons to be around you, got a lot of good reasons to try to get your attention. But like they need to get a little deeper. They need to get into your personality. And I don't feel like they've discovered it yet. This is somebody who's been around you. And I feel like it's somebody assessing almost. The assessing card didn't come out. But I feel like somebody's like really looking at the situation and they're valuing you on like your assets. Which I think this could go well, but the reason they're coming at you, it's almost like going towards the right person for the wrong reason. It seems like how that's starting. And it does feel good, and I do see the attraction reciprocated. You have the Two of Cups, but I also see you figuring it out. It's kind of like if they really want your attention, like you see that you can have this one. I feel like that's obvious to you. You got the Six of Wands, but you also have the Hanged Man here. It's like, you know, you could have it if you want it, but the way they're coming towards you, you're kind of like, do you like me or do you like my assets? Like, I do feel like right now they're attracted to your assets, but if they get to know you, they would fall for you, like literal you. It's weird because it feels like this person should see you for your truth. They have the Ace of Cups is at the top. The World is at the bottom. Like, there's a really good potential for a great relationship here. But this person, it's like they're coming towards the right person for the wrong reasons, and it bothers me. Because I don't feel them connecting correctly towards you. You like this one, though. You do. You like this one. You got the Two of Cups where you're standing. But in your thoughts, you have the Queen of Pentacles. It's kind of like, yeah, I like you. Yeah, I don't think you're a bad person, but no, I'm not convinced on the reason you're coming towards me. Like, I'm not convinced, like, this is, like, if I lost all my assets today, I'm not convinced you'd still be here. So, you're in, but the Queen of Pentacles in your thoughts is also that energy, like, I have time to wait it out. I have time to give this a chance. It keeps coming forward, though, and is this the 5? Yep, the 5 of Cups. There's a good connection here, but it's kind of like you're not seeing somebody really dig into your personality. And it's kind of like, if they don't get into your personality, I don't feel like this is going to go anywhere. Because they're enjoying time with you, but you're like, the way you're seeing this person, like, I like them. I really like them. I think they're very attractive. But you're not, it's not clicking correctly. It's kind of like, instead of, like, locking in like that, it's kind of like it's hitting like this, like something's a little turned around, and it's just kind of like it's not catching because it's not quite right yet. It's not catching. This is what I'm seeing in the environment. In the Nine of Cups, yeah, it's pretty much a good card. It's true. But with the beauty and this next to each other, I feel like the way you're being looked at, like, I just don't feel like they're connecting correctly yet. The two of these cards is like, it couldn't, like, it just doesn't feel right. Not yet. It's possible. I do feel like there could be a match here, but they gotta, like, they have to dig into your actual personality if this is really going to have a chance. Now, I actually feel you, after a while, like, it's kind of like, I feel you turning up the heat, whoever you are. And I feel you getting deeper into their life. Something happens. It's weird that that's the Page of Swords, but something happens very quickly. And I feel like this person needs your help. It has nothing to do with what you, it has nothing to do with your assets. I feel like something comes in really quickly, and I feel like this person, whoever this is, feels kind of like, whatever it is, they need to talk it out. Because it's the Page of Swords. It's like a conversation is needed. You're not physically going in there to save them. I don't feel like it's asset related. But they need somebody to talk to. And that's when this comes in. The acceptance. I feel like it's in this moment where something goes bad for them. And you're there for them to talk to. That it clicks. It clicks on their side. Like, they realize, like, wait a minute. Like, this is really the value I need in a person. Somebody, when my life doesn't go the way I want it to, something goes kaflunky, and I need somebody to talk to, you, the Libra, whoever you are, they'll talk to me and they'll help me work this out. And it's like, that's the moment where they're like, wait a minute. I mean, I see all these great assets that they have, and that I was impressed with that, but that's not really what I need. What I need is what they're giving me right now. I need to talk to somebody. I need to work this out. And they're here for me. And they're talking with me. And they're helping me work this out. And they're getting it. Like, it's clicking in their brain. Like, wait, that's what I actually need. And this person actually has that. And it's turning around their perception. They're going to have to mull it over for a while. They're going to have to really sit with it. Some of them might run scared. Some people just have that habit. I don't have to tell you. Other people are going to go a better direction, but this is going to wake them up. If they stick around after this, I feel like they're going to be a lot more attentive. Some of them might disappear because they feel like that's scary, because they feel vulnerable, and they don't like feeling vulnerable. It's going to kind of go left or right. depends on your situation, but that moment, like when you really care for them and show them, like you give them somebody to talk about, it's gonna shake things up. It's gonna turn their perception completely. This person is worth it. I feel like they're a good person. The energy I'm feeling with this reading anyway is good. But they're just like, be aware that when this moment happens, it's going to change things. And if they're either going to stick or run. They're going to either stay or go. If they go, it's because they can't deal with, like, they don't like being vulnerable and they feel vulnerable. If they stay, they're accepting, like, this is a lot better than they realized. And this is where that's when you're going to start seeing them dig into your personality and get to know you and be more attentive to who you actually are rather than what you can provide. You know what I mean? So it's still 6 and 6. I know it's a general reading. It's the best I can tell you. Okay. I'm going to shut that down there. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email. jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, please remember to either email me at jamesforastral@gmail.com for current pricing, or I'm currently on my Instagram at James13Wicca. Just go to my Instagram. I should have it posted there what my current pricings and options are if you're interested. Thank you very much again for watching.